Today's a good day, and appreciate what this group has done to this point, and for we have 105 kids in fall camp, and everyone made it back safely. A lot of them were able to go home for a bit, and so it was fun to be in the meeting room with them all, and certainly looking forward to getting going on the field tomorrow. And certainly there's the legislation has changed. Kind of the type of camp maybe we've all known, but I like the plan that we have. One thing I've always been impressed with Alex is his approach, and he's willing to spend a lot of time trying to improve physically, the mental part of it. I think that it's been a really good off-season for him. Anytime any of our players, we're talking about Alex, but any of our players that have played, and now how can you learn from those experiences? Rashid's a guy that when we were recruiting him as a defensive back, and then we had a situation where we were really thin at the running back position, and asked him to flip over. He's got great football IQ. I don't believe that our group was overly influenced by the outside, and certainly they hear it. And does it change your approach? It shouldn't change the fundamental parts of your approach. I would hope every kid's approach. I hope Michael Dieter's approaching this year a little bit different than he did last year, because he's got one more year of experience, and you can go down the line with all of our players. One thing that I thought was important is, we're kind of using the whole day, but not the evenings. And I think then you looked at, you want to have a consistency with the players, and that they can get into a routine. And so we've got that routine, but there'll be 2 nights where we're practicing at night, and I think that's important, especially with our first game being a night game. And then we are going to go to Milwaukee and practice in Milwaukee. And I think that'll be good for our players to get away from Madison for a second, come together. And I'm excited about who we've got working at outside linebacker too, and so I think those are things that kind of evolve as camp goes on, and maybe as the season goes on. A lot of those changes. I think when Sitch first moved outside, it was during the season, so not trying to overscript it. I think Jazz has been one of those. I've loved kind of seeing his growth and development over the last couple of years, and I think Jazz absolutely has another level that he can get to. And we just spent some time with the team. If we want to be the best team we can be, every guy's got to find a way to improve and to raise their level. Of all the kids that came reported today, they've all got something to work on, and it's not that you got to make it up, but they can all get better. I think Trell's the guy that. Why do we feel confident? Because Trell gives us that confidence. Be pretty arrogant if we're asking, and you guys have heard enough, or many of you have, about how we want our players. Just the focus is on getting better and improving. And it'd be pretty arrogant as coaches if you think we don't need to get better, right? I think you spend all your time on that. Now, we may do the same thing, but you better go back and look at it. Why is this the best way to do it? Are we sure this is the right way to do it?